I know I said I wasn't going to do a video on Forinthry, but look at it, it's so pretty. How could I resist? And don't worry, I'm not going to go over everything that everyone's already said in all the other videos you can see. I'm not going to cover the mini quest, let's face it, there's not a lot to it. It's just talk to a few different NPCs and stuff, like Civ here, who is a bit overdressed for a barbarian in my opinion. First thing I wanted to check was they hadn't messed up clue scrolls. So I kept a hard clue in my bank, the old lumberyard one, and that was the first thing I checked out. And yeah, it's this little crate here just outside the gate. After the mini quest you can build a lodestone here, and that will now be the quickest way to this clue location. As I said, this isn't a mini quest guide, but do remember to bring a weapon with you because there will be a few zombies to kill when you arrive. Now, first thing you do once you've killed the walkers is come over here and talk to Bill. He used to run the lumberyard. Now it's gone, he's got nothing to do. Luckily, as no one ever visited the lumberyard, he had plenty of time to study, and he's now a fully qualified architect. Now for the most important bit, actually building the fort. Now the fort is made out of limestone and wood. Limestone blocks can be converted into limestone bricks, and they can be converted into wall segments. Now it's 1 block to 1 brick, and then it's a 4:1 ratio of bricks to wall segments. And to do that, you use this machine here, and the wood is converted at a workbench. Now this is like a normal workbench, except it's got this crazy gadget added onto the end. Now I don't know a lot about health and safety, but this looks like an OSHA violation to me. Luckily we had a nurse on hand in case anyone loses a finger, or even worse. So this crazy spinning blade can be used to convert logs into planks, and then you can convert planks into refined planks at a ratio of 4:1. And then you move to the normal side of the workbench and you can convert refined planks into frames. This is a ratio of 3:1. On with the build. First thing you need to build is the tier 1 workshop. So you come over to the blueprints desk here and you click on the tier 1 workshop, and it will tell you that you need 8 normal frames and 6 wall segments. Once you complete the plans, you'll get some hotspots, and you just go and click on one of them and bash away. Now, as with a lot of stuff these days, you've got the sparkly ones, which are the highlighted node. If you click on them, you can keep your build percentage up to 100%. Now keeping it 100% will get you more XP and will also build it faster. You don't have to do this, you can AFK it, you know, it's up to you what way you want to do it. So yeah, just bang away, bang away, bang away until the workshop is completed. As long as you're not an Iron Man, you don't have to bother converting all the stuff yourself. You can actually just buy in the finished frames and the finished wall segments and just get straight on with the blueprints and build in the fort. If you're like me and you want to do it all manually, with the blocks, I skip the blocks because you can just buy the bricks from shops, and Bill actually sells some, so you can just buy them off Bill. But I found the quickest way, because you're going to need quite a few wall segments in total, was to use a yak, fill your inventory up with bricks, fill your yak up with bricks, and you can make 14 wall segments per bank trip. I mean, the bank's close by, it's literally right next to you, but you know, it's a bit quicker. And for the frames, if you're not an Iron Man, you can use Proteans, and that is by far the quickest way, because you just go straight from Proteans to refined, and then straight from refined to the frames. If you're an Iron Man, or you know, if you're like me and you just want to use real wood, then the plank box from Construction Contracts is brilliant, because you get 100 of each type of plank in there. Just makes it much quicker to actually build the refined, get 25 out of each one, and then go straight on to doing the frames. The final thing you need to do to complete the mini quest, or quest, whatever it is to build the walls and the gates. Now the gates, there's a front and back gate, and each will require 10 planks, and in total to build all the walls you require 82 wall segments. Sadly, you have to do all these one at a time. You can't just unlock all the plans and then just go around and fix them all. You have to unlock the plan, go and fix a wall segment, come back, unlock a plan, go and fix a wall segment. But you know, it's not too much of a chore. Probably going to take you about an hour roughly to get the fort completed, or get it completed enough to finish the mini quest. After that, you can build anything in any order you want. As long as you go tier 1 to tier 2 to tier 3 in the 4 buildings, you can choose what order you want to do them in. But the first thing I would do if I was you is build the lodestone. This is just outside the gate, and for this you will require 10 limestone bricks. And then once that's all done, to get your lovely comp cape back, if that's what you're going for, then you just need to get all the buildings up to tier 3. For this you're going to require in total 18 normal frames, 22 oak frames, 60 teak frames, and 66 mahogany frames. And you will also require another 72 wall segments. A few words of caution when you're building your fort: be very careful which plans you select. Because this fort is designed for training construction, you can reinforce any building for extra XP. And sadly, it doesn't have an option to toggle off anything already built. So, like a complete tit, when going to build the tier 3 chapel, I accidentally selected the tier 3 workshop and had to rebuild it, wasting time and resources. so just be careful. Also, I've heard of some people trying to recomp who completed the whole thing and didn't get their comp kit back. They redeemed this by actually going back and redoing a building and making sure they got 100% build success. Because I heard of this before I actually did it, I made a point of at least making sure one building got 100% when I was building it, just so I didn't have to go through that faff of doing it again, even though I built 2 tier 3 workshops. So what do we get for completing Forinthry new foundations, apart from obviously the comp kit back? You get 4 really pretty buildings with some really handy skilling locations, remote control of various different activities around Gillinor, and also some really good boosts like increased success chance at pop and stuff like that. More power for your machines in the Invention Guild. Yeah, really nice update. Also, you'll be all ready for the update that comes out next month and ongoing updates throughout the year. And that's about it really. I won't bore you with all the details, but thank you for watching. I hope you've had fun, and goodbye.